I've officially run out of space on what I'm recording with. I've got to figure out a way to get it all cleared off and onto YouTube. So in the meantime, I'm just hooked up my iPad, so it's left to do for a bit. I just thought, while I'm here, get this finished off, just put this, seems silly really, just put this driver's head on. It does look a bit odd without a driver's head. I don't really remember what screws these use. I don't think it really matters, as in lengthwise. I'm getting down to this standard length Tamiya screw anyway, so I haven't got a lot of choice. I have got one with a washer. I was going to take this out, but you need to get the LiPo out to get underneath it to get the driver's head on. So. Yeah, I mean, I'll paint the driver at some point. I've decided I'm just going to do a very simple white and black job on him. I'm no expert on drivers, but I can make him look good enough. Sometimes you've got to crack on with these things, or you never ever get them done. You can hang around forever waiting for somebody to do me a perfect driver. But I'm not into, I don't really need a perfect car, I need a good car. So, I've got one of those already, thanks to all this build I've done on it, and it's back together. So let's have him. It looks better already. So yeah, got a driver in there, and he's got a red head. I was thinking a white one might look better. I've got a white one, but we'll see. Probably because he's clearly doesn't look great. But yeah, that'll do for now. And I'm going to take this one out, so I'm just put this back together quickly. Saturday, so it's ever so busy at the park I go to. Always is, but I'll have another play with this LiPo, see if I can get this in a different way. I don't think I can. No, it has to come out the back, just the way it is. Works fine, it's just, you've got to come back through here. What I might do is find a way of strapping this so that when this is, maybe strap it to the shock so that when it pulls it tight. It's not going to hit anything, but it's only cable ties. Right, that's that in. Yeah, I can't make a running video of it, because what I used the video with strapped to my head is full up. So it's a bit of a shame really, after all this work putting it back together. I'm desperately trying to get videos off it and get them onto YouTube, but that takes time. Can't make it go any quicker than it is. Time to upgrade the recording equipment. So yes, he's there. So that was the mission. Just get the Wild One working, and I've done that now. So that was a nice little project sorted out. Then it's going to be the boomerang, and well, I don't foresee any problems with this whatsoever. Some things I know, because I did run it once, need adjusting on it, like this front shock is miles too hard. Miles too hard. I don't know why it's so hard, but when you run a hot shot, they handle so well, and it's because they've got some suspension. Yeah, it's still too. It needs to have some give in it. A lot of people run these Tamiyas with super hard suspension. I mean, I'll put these shocks on it just because I like the shocks. There's no need for it to. You want to take the sag away, which hot shots are terrible for. They sag like crazy. But these are oversized shocks, so they don't need a load of preload on them. In fact, I think, yeah, I mean, at that stage, there's a tiny bit of sag. You might want to just come back in a bit. But yeah, that's that one. The backs are wound out a bit, and I suspect they're not as bad as the fronts, but I don't think they need winding out either. I'll do it now, wind them out. It's not had a chance to have a sort of tune-up run, really. You can tell when you drop a car. Normally see it. It's not quite returning now. That might be why I had a bit of preload on it. Go around with that. A little bit on it. The nice thing about these adjustable shocks. Preload it up enough to take the sag out. And it hasn't got the battery in either. So this one, all it's going to be, I've stolen the receiver. So I've got the receiver, I've got the motor, I've got the ESC. It's got servo in it. So this should be a walk in the park, this one. Hopefully I'll get my camera equipment sorted out so I can record it. But these videos get long and they take up a lot of space. They're filmed in 4K. So they take up a huge amount of space, and I'm learning as I go along basically how much space that takes up. You've got to get them off whatever you got them on straight onto YouTube, and if you have a bit of a queue of them, then you run out of space. So they get edited afterwards, creates 2 copies of it, and before you know it, you've done 2 45-minute copies of the same video, one edited, and it's just crazy amounts of space gone. So yeah. I'll find a way of sorting it out because it's what I'm doing at the moment. I want to make these videos. Right, so we'll be on to the boomerang next. I'm sitting patiently knowing that I can fix the armour, but as soon as I fix the armour, I want to take it out all the time. So yeah, it's a nice little break. That's what I was going to do. I was going to get these fixed up now. I've ordered the part for the blitzer that broke. Rear stub axle thing, to get that Tuesday. Give me enough time to sort this one out, and then I can move on to that. And then all my Tamiyas are working. I've got a choice of cars. My friend's building a boomerang. I've ordered some cones and a ramp. Not really for these. The cones we can use for these. The ramp's a big 1 foot tall ramp. That's for jumping the armours off. I'm sick of trying to find places to jump it. So I'm going to make my own place to jump it. But yeah, that's it really. I'm hoping I'll get some running video of this out. I will at some point. It'd be nice to get it out today, but I just don't know if I can get the videos cleared off. So yeah, and the other thing as well is I'm back on sticks, because I started off on sticks because I'd never used these wheel controllers. But the armour came with a wheel controller and I really didn't think I'd be able to drive it. But now I find it ever so strange to use sticks. It's funny how life works like that. In fact, you can get the wheel controller to go with these receivers. And when I'm down to a few cars, I think they take each receiver takes 3. Also, I think you put 3 on each one, or controller. So I might get some wheel controllers. I don't know. It'd be a crazy thing to do after making all the fuss about going to wheels. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. So the bench is going to be ready for the boomerang. That's one nice fixed up Wild One. Looks good. I'm really happy with it. She's ready to go. Get her ready to rock and roll. And that's about it.